My name is Clifford White III. I'm a JTech student, and today we're going to talk about diagnosing a no crank start. In this particular instance here, we have no fire or no spark. So the first thing we're going to want to do is pretty much check the connections as far as the spark is concerned. Starting here at the coil pack here, you might take one coil pack, take one line out, start the car, and see if you get a spark. And you will do that throughout the whole setup here. And if you do get sparked, then that means you need to travel on. With that said, when you do travel on, making sure first that the battery is checked. The battery is pushing out 12.1 volts at least. Checking here to make sure you got fire here or spark in that regards. Then, if that doesn't solve the problem, then you need to probably check your ECM, which controls this. Okay, and between those 2 points there, you should discover why you don't have any spark. Go ahead. All right, this is a continuation of a crank no start. Now, the first one I did as far as the crank no start, we talked about fire or the spark. This time around, we're going to talk about the fuel. Okay. Now, the way you can find out if you're getting fuel, you can go ahead. I'll show you here. You can come to the fuel line. The fuel line sits right here. You can pop one of the injectors off, one of the ends of the injectors off, and you can test probe right back here to see if you're getting spark to your injectors, which means that the injectors are firing. You can do that back probe to each one. Once you discover that you're getting fire to each one, you know the injectors are good. Okay. Now, as far as the fuel itself, there's no Schrader valve on here. However, we could check first to see if there is any fuel to begin with. And as we look here, there's no fuel. So that's the problem as far as this crank no start. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because of the fact there's no fuel, you're not going to get an engine to turn over. Okay. Now, with that said, making sure that the fuel rails, as far as the injectors, there is a Schrader valve, forgive me, there is a Schrader valve, so you can do a pressure test to make sure that there's proper fuel pressure going to the rails. But as it stands, it has no gas, so that's why it's not starting. Okay, we're good. Done.